what difference is there between body, psyche, spirit, and soul? So I will make it clear right away that very often one word is used for another. So instead of words, sometimes you have to ask for the definition of what meant by each word. But overall, in the language of best known Western theology, that of St. Thomas Aquinas, that is what I will say. Our body is the domain of our biological life, for which it is what is palpable, is made of matter. That's obvious, there is no issue here. Secondly, our psyche is the domain of our sensual life, that which is common and shared with animals. It is the domain of our feelings, of our sensations. This is where we are going to feel bad. When we feel bad, we have a sensitive ball here like an anxiety. We talk about our psyche, but beware, this word had also been used to define something else. Let's say that if we want to clarify by psyche, I mean our sensitive life, together with animals. Our mind is on the other end what is specific to man. Animals don't possess it as such. This intelligence and this will are mainly two faculties. Some said there is also the memory of what we have committed in a spiritual way. In fact, memory is a property of our intelligence, which remembers the acts as they occurred. So, globally, our intelligence is used to know and understand spiritual issues, such as, for example, the notion of infinity, of eternity, the notion of love, friendship, etc. And our will, based upon our intelligence, will be directed towards spiritual good. Our will wants this spiritual good. It is a faculty of loving, but of spiritual love, because it is independent of what one feels, even if it always uses it at the beginning, at least during our youth. By that, I mean that we love because we have feelings. It will take time to understand that we can love when the feeling is gone, because we want the good of the person and our soul. I will say that when we discover these 3 degrees of life in man, we realize that we need something which is at the root of all this and which makes us an individual person. It means that it is the same person who has a finger and who is pinching it now, and who can think and give a lesson. My body is a part of me. It is not a vehicle where I sit as Plato taught and which will disappear with death, which I have to get rid of. It's a part of my being, so there must be a cause that unifies all these faculties. We call it the soul. And the soul, since it produces these 3 degrees of life, it is this which unifies them, by which produces them. We speak of a spiritual soul because it is capable within us of producing a spiritual being with a mind, intelligence, and a will. An animal, we will say that it has an animal soul. Why? Because its soul only produces sensitive life and biological life. So the peak is in its sensations, its sensitive intelligence to catch a prey. We are talking about an animal soul. As for a plant, since it only makes a biological being which does not have any sensation, we will not speak of a vegetable soul here.